ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Brian and myself tonight. We're going to do a few topics tonight. We'll talk about some stuff that's kind of current, and also we're going to do a few other things. Um, Welcome to the channel once again. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that button down below, the bell down below, so that you'll be notified when I post new content. And soon, hopefully soon, Brian will have his channel up and running. We'll be able to get you guys his information and stuff so that you can hit his channel up. So I'll be going to his channel doing stuff. He'll be coming to mine doing stuff. We'll be doing our own things as well, but we will make sure that that we're focusing on, uplifting each other's channels and getting some good topics out there for you, ladies and gentlemen, to sit back and watch us as we go through a few things today. So today we're going to talk about the female versus male artists and the perceptions surrounding both, and how one may be treated a certain way when it comes to those perceptions or perceived how they should be versus the other. So with that being said, Brian kind of brought this topic up, so I'm going to let him go ahead and do a shoot and fire on this thing, and we'll let him start us off. Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. So I guess the topic I came up with is perceptions, and like say about female artists, more specifically female rappers.
Okay.
Because I feel like the excuse always gets used when they go, listen, how come mostly what you mostly sing about is your how much sex you have or whatever. Like that topic I feel like is like the go-to for female rappers. And the excuse always is, actually it's not even an excuse. The deflection is always, well, male rappers sing about violence. I feel like I feel like it's hard to complain about the sexualizing of what I'm saying, how they get viewed, just issues surrounding that. I feel like it's hard to complain about anything resulting from that when if your primary content is about sex. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. I feel like it's a hard argument to go, yeah, I'm gonna sing about how much what I'm saying D I might get, but then turn around and complain about the sexism, for instance, in the what I'm saying, in the industry. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you can complain about the industry, but I feel like it is totally, if you the one, what I'm saying, if you the one singing about all the sex you're having, I feel like you're not the one that should be making that argument. What I'm saying, because it's like, it's kind of hard for somebody to look at you and go, yeah, I'm gonna take you seriously on that. You know what I'm saying? After I done heard you talk, rap about, what I'm saying, just various sex acts or whatever. And something occurred to me. So if we're, I feel like it's a bad argument to go with, but if we're gonna go with, well, male rappers sing about, rap about violence, the problem with that argument is the male rappers get looked at as, what I'm saying, alpha males based on their music. They're lauded for their street cred. You know what I'm saying? So they're already getting the attention that's, where they're looking for it. As a matter of fact, if a male rapper that's seen as a gangster rapper, if it ever came out, if they have an issue on camera or something like that where they came off as not alpha male, then their street cred is going to go down. So they live off of this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So as a female rapper, if you're singing about sex, about the sex, but then you're getting a blowback based on that, I don't know how you're going to make that argument that, well, male rappers do it, because the male rappers are getting coming to them what they put out. In essence, you're getting what you're putting out too. People are looking at you, what I'm saying, in different ways. Now, I can understand about, owning your sexuality and all of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we could argue all day about who's listening to the music. We could argue all day about, well, should we be letting our sons listen to that music? Just like should we be letting our daughters listen to that music? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can't make the argument. You can't point at male rappers and go, well, they've been getting away with it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We're only doing what they're doing. Like me and you was talking about, Dave. I feel like, first of all, it's like a child's argument to go, look, they was doing it, so it should be okay that we do it. Like, nah, that's, you know what I'm saying? I hate when grown folks make arguments like that. You know what I'm saying? When they go, oh yeah, what I'm doing, you know, look, they've been doing it, so it should be okay that I do it. Like, nah, if it's wrong, you know what I'm saying, then you shouldn't be able to do it either. You know, look, we can argue about somebody getting away with some shit, you know, doing bad shit or whatever, getting away with it. We can argue about that shit another day, but you can't point to something negative and go, look, they're doing it, so it should be okay that I'm doing what I'm doing.
So I don't want to stop your roll, but I have some questions.
Go ahead, please shoot, sir.
So one of the things you said, it was a sexuality, sexism type thing. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm going to pose this kind of like as a question to you. So okay. Are you kind of saying that it's a microphone right up over here, because I don't want to have to. There we go. So are you saying that are you saying that it's okay for women artists to be judged a little more harshly as far as what they say and how it's perceived and what they get in return for that? And for males, for women, it makes them seem like hoes. I guess that's the best term I could use. Hoes, or
right.
Less than angelic about themselves. And for the male artists, it makes them seem like, hey, that's just machismo, that's macho-ness, that's being an alpha male, alpha dog. And in the hood, that gets you credit. That makes you, the tough guy, the bad guy. Everybody wants to be like or want you or emulate you. So that's why female artists get a little more shit, per se, versus male artists who may get a little bit, as far as what they rap about. But when females do pretty much the same thing, they are judged more harshly because they're female. Is that what you're kind of getting at?
What you mean? Am I saying that they deserve that?
In a way, are you saying that they are that they kind of deserve that because of what they are getting into or saying or putting out there?
I'm not actually saying that they deserve it, But what I am saying is they're getting the blowback relative to to what they're putting out. So male rappers put out the machismo attitude and blah blah blah. There's going to be dudes that want to beat them, and there's going to be women that want to be like them.
Be with them, yeah.
Want to be with them. Sorry. So with women putting out, just the material based on sexuality,
you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. So you gonna get females that want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? And but then also you gonna get dudes looking at you like, I don't know.
But why?
I feel like
why is that the case where there are some males and some females that will look at these women who are making this music and be turned off by it or be extremely judgmental towards these female artists who are doing it?
Why? I mean, dude. That could be for various reasons. I feel like that's gonna come. It's gonna come with the territory. Why
do you think that would be the case?
Why do I think?
I mean, why would you think that would be the case?
There's gonna be. I would say there's gonna be people that are turned off about that. So for me, right? For me, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say across the board, like if I'm listening to a dude sing, like what I'm saying, and here's the difference. When if a male rapper is singing about sexuality, what I'm saying, you're not gonna hear a whole song about him, what I'm saying, dicking down a chick. You're not gonna hear a whole song. You might hear a song where, what I'm saying, okay, yeah, there's probably a few I can think of that, but you're not
think of quite a few.
There's one or two. but it's not gonna. But I would say on the whole, there's not a whole song based on, or put it like this: no male rapper has made a rapper, mind you. I'm not talking about R&B rapper.
Okay.
No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think any male rapper is gonna make a song about just him. A whole song, build basically almost like a career off of, yo, this is me and you know what I do. You know what I'm saying? Now,
no,
go ahead.
I can say three things to kind of refute that. LL Cool J. Most of his career was about, ladies love Cool James. Most of his career was about just that. Now, he did have a few other songs where it was like, Booming System, but the whole reason he did Booming System was because he was trying to get the females, because that was his thing. And then he did, doing it well.
Okay.
So stuff like, but he has his whole career was mostly a sexualized type of hip hop artist career. And he also kind of shifted to the R&B side as well, because, what was the one about the girls, Round the Way Girl? See, that was him doing the rap and the R&B. So he had so many songs or a lot of materials where he did just that. But I never saw LL Cool J ever being judged or treated differently, or anyone to say anything about that. And he's a hip hop artist.
My pushback on that is, I wouldn't say, if I think of LL Cool J, me personally, I don't think of, you know what I'm saying? Put it like this. I don't think of him as, there's only a few songs I listen to for him, and I don't think of when I think about LL, I don't even think about him, him. I'm definitely not thinking about him having sex with chicks. Like that's not in my mind.
Digital Underground.
Now, there's don't get me wrong. There are songs, I would say there are songs he's had. There are songs he's had, but nobody's gonna go, well, this category right here, LL is in the Hall of Fame. And no matter what he's done, I will say this: he don't got no whack. He don't got nothing on that level. You know what I'm saying? He does not have anything on no song on that level.
But do you know why female artists are doing that? As far as like the wet ass pussy and all that stuff.
I feel like because there's a market for it. You know what I'm saying? There is a market for it. Not just like there's a market for violent rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well. Okay. So the reason why, and not only is this my personal opinion on this, but I've, you know who MC Lyte is, right? Remember MC Lyte?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was straight up. Never heard. She was the shit. She was a badass boy.
And I love her for that, dude.
I love MC Lyte, but she had said about something that kind of along the lines of what we're talking about, where she had said about the sexualization of women, blah blah, and she had spoken about that many years ago. But the reason why a lot of most female hip hop artists do that type of thing is not just because of the market, but because they are literally expected to be that way, and for marketing, and also they have to be able to compete with the males. Because if you look at MC Lyte and her career and what she did, she was the shit, dude. She was awesome. But you look at a lot of female rappers that came out of her who were a little softer, but a little more about the sex thing or whatever, Missy Elliott, whatever. Right. They blew up and they were just wow. Everybody was Missy this and such and such that or whatever.
Sex does sell
because sex sells, and not only that, they get, women are judged 24/7 nonstop about their looks, their weight, their height, their size, their hair, the nails, the clothes, the makeup, constantly judged. Men, we don't get that.
I push back on that one.
We don't get it the way women get it, because they are scrutinized to the teeth.
I feel like
all the time.
I feel like we get it. We get it differently, but I'm definitely going to say
that's a usually that base is boils down to a lot of monetary things because men are a lot of men as far as women are concerned. They may look at a guy and says, oh yeah, he's got nice clothes, nice shoes, he's a good looking guy, or he's not. But mostly the main concern of a women is like, how much money's he got? He's got a nice fucking car. I mean, who you think gonna come out on top? The guy rolls up on a motherfucking Schwinn or the guy that rolls up in a fucking Porsche? But guys, totally different. A woman can roll up on a Schwinn bicycle and have a fat ass and be bad as fuck. Motherfucker's gonna be like, damn. And she can roll up in a Porsche and jump out that motherfucker and have a fat ass. Motherfucker's gonna go, damn. Because to us, it really doesn't fucking matter. We're a visual, hey, ooh, yes. Look at that. Women are also like, but can the motherfucker take care of me? See, and which comes back to women artists like that. So they have to be able to compete with male artists who don't. I mean, I can sit there and rap about bitches, hoes, and money and drugs, get my county checks and all that shit. Motherfuckers listen because they can relate to that. But a female can do the same thing and not get as much props on that because the first thing a guy is going to do is go, what the fuck she look like? And we are more concerned, even ourselves, with what a female looks like versus what a female artist raps like or sings like, because is she hot? Is she hot? I mean, because I know some badass fucking female singers who don't get a lot of traction because they ain't super fucking hot and shit. But motherfucker, you can be ugly as shit. I mean, you can be fine as shit, have no fucking talent, and you can make it big. For example, not that she's a artist of any kind. I mean, Kim Kardashian. I mean, nice ass and shit. What the fuck does she do? What has she done? Yeah. I mean, nothing. So women artists have a tendency to have to be over the fucking top. Lady Gaga, she gotta be over the fucking top for motherfuckers to recognize her talents. And she's a really talented lady, but she has to sexualize to get the. Janet Jackson had to do the same thing. She had to sexualize to make it. Right. Name one female artist that doesn't come out on a stage hyper sexualized already the way she looks and dresses, and is successful, because there's really none. It's hard. I mean, there's a few, but it's mostly what we're talking about.
See, here's what I'm saying though. I don't want you to confuse like my viewpoint on it. What I'm saying is, personally, I you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna go for like I don't even think I heard what. You know what I'm saying? I don't have. I would say personally, I don't have anything against that. What I'm saying is though, if that's the music that you're gonna sing, you're gonna have to take the good with the bad that comes with it. There is no way that you can filter out. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can say, yo, you know what? The love that I'm getting based on that is great, but the hate that I'm getting, oh my God. There's no realistic world where that should be possible. Like, you're gonna get haters and you're gonna have people that love your music. Now, and when it comes to women rapping about sex, here's the thing. I feel like people always feel like somehow we are equal creatures when it comes to sexuality. You know what I'm saying? And
why are we not equal creatures when it comes to sexuality?
We're not equal because of the environment. There, you know what I'm saying? I can't look at me going out and me going out to the club and getting attention from females is very different from a woman going out to the club and getting attention from males. We're not equal. It doesn't go the same. You know what I'm saying? Like the way people work is the way people work is not the same. You know what I'm saying? If a girl, girls don't go talking to guys. Nah, they sit there and they wait for dudes to come to them. Now there's some of them that go out there and talk to dudes. You know what I'm saying? Guys are always doing the hunting. It's very different, and I don't know why that people try to make them like, well, it should be the same because of this. How can it be when the way we approach it is very different? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's
I-
that's not a good expectation to have because we both go at it very differently. You
think
were
that's a
even pointing out the
societal?
differences.
You think
It,
that's well? Yeah, I can point out the
yeah,
differences
I
because
feel like
it's
it's part of
societal.
societal.
Yeah,
I feel.
it is because we live in a society to where
Mhm.
men are in charge of most everything, and
Right.
men have always sexualized women and tried to put them in a box or whatever peg or hole they go in, and try to keep them there. And the issue is when women start doing things like finding their sexuality and being proud of their sexuality and
Hmm.
expressing their sexuality,
Okay.
men who are not used to or accepting of women expressing their sexuality more
Hmm.
so than men do, it has a tendency to cause this what the fuck type attitude from
Okay.
men who
I'm
who
not.
who
I'm not
aren't.
arguing against any of that though.
No, I'm just putting it out there as far as
Right.
what I see to be an issue, and why this what we're talking about kind of is an issue because women are finding. I mean, it's like the '60s again, where women are finding their
Mhm.
sexuality and being proud of it, and being able
Okay.
to say, "Wait a second." As a teenager, as a male teenager, you can go out and just bang everything that moves, and every
Mhm.
guy is going to go, high five, good job, tear that ass up. But if a female does the same thing, she's a
Mhm.
hoe. Versus saying, good job, high five, good on you, girl, for doing your thing. And it
But
shouldn't be
no girl is gonna do that though. I don't
oh, that's
think
not
there's.
true.
I don't think
That's
there's. Well,
that
I'm
is
gonna put it like
that,
this. I'm put it like this. I don't think there's. I don't think it's gonna be this. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's gonna be
uh,
girls high fiving her coming through as much as
uh,
you might think a dude
you,
getting a high five. You
you need to
you
hang
ain't
out
gonna
with a
have 10
bunch of
girls like yo.
females.
I'm
You need to hang out
I don't see it.
with a bunch of females, and you will see something totally different. Now, I
I mean I know
I know
a
for
fair amount of
fact
females. You know what I'm saying?
I I know for fact that women sex drive is a lot higher than men's, and I know for a fact that women love sex just as much as we do. Now, they may not tell you that they're out there banging every dude they can get their hands on because that's just them. They like sex, just like
Okay.
men. We like sex, but women do
I
the
feel
same thing.
like
Hold on a second. But we should never judge women for doing the same things that men do, and we should not put a limitation on them or say you need to have this certain standard because you're a woman or to carry yourself like a woman. I mean, what the fuck does that mean? But we should give them the same uh, leeway that we give other guys. As soon as a guy says, "Yeah, I banged like 34 fucking girls this week," some girl says the same thing. We shouldn't go, "You nasty, you was a hoe." We should never do that because that's putting them right. The stuff that you're talking about right now, that
mhm.
that there's a bunch of men who have that attitude towards them. We're saying like, "Hey, you're getting this blowback
all,
because of
all
what you're
I'm
talking
saying
about. What
is
you're saying."
all I'm saying is
Mhm.
I don't know how you can have I can't say that is equal because again the way men get sex versus the way women get sex is not the same. You know this. There's no way
Explain that.
because I will explain that to you very easily. A chick can
Okay,
go to
go
the
ahead.
club and stay posted up and she will get way more attention than a dude going to the club and posting up by himself. So we do not approach the act of intercourse or how it's obtained the same way. We do not. There's no way you could tell me that, you know what I'm saying, because in my military career, I'm sure in your life as well, there is no way, like I said, that a woman is going to go to the club, you know what I'm saying, sit on a stool, you know what I'm saying, a guy goes and sits on a stool and it's going to be the same result. There is zero chance of that. You know what I'm saying? I've
Well,
been in that
not
atmosphere.
necessarily. Well, I mean, that's not one
Dude,
hundred
there's no way
percent.
it's the same.
That's
I'm
not
telling
one
you.
hundred percent true because I've been approached by women just sitting at a fucking table
Listen,
doing nothing.
listen,
And but what I
Dave.
can tell
I
you,
have been approached too. I've
yeah,
been approached too. What I'm telling you is that is not the norm. Certain
I
dudes
understand.
have that leeway. You know what I'm
I
saying? Not
understand that's
everybody
not the
though.
norm. And once again, it comes back to, do you know why that is not the norm?
Yeah, you could go. I can say mostly societal.
It is societal because of how men have told women how they're supposed to act. So women who are afraid of judgment by other people, specifically men, have a tendency to try to reserve themselves more. And when they go to a club, most of them aren't out there trying to literally pick you up, because they know that if they run across this damn dance floor, run over there, hey, let's dance, and then hey, let's go bang my brains out, fuck the dance floor, they know that they will be judged unfairly by other people.
I don't think
in our society. So that's why
I don't agree with the reason.
That's why they sit. That's why they sit on that bar stool with that nursing that drink with their homegirls, because society, the way we do things, we make women not want to do the things that they would normally do, and it's our fault for doing that.
I would say that might be one of the reasons, but I would say in large part one of the biggest reasons is they don't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them do not take rejection. I've gone to the club and I've had women because that's what we do as men. We're the ones that do the approaching. You telling me listen, I've never had to be rejected. Are you know what I'm saying? I know that back in the day when I was talking to chicks, there's a high chance. Even if I'm looking at a woman and she feels like she's like, yo, this is my equal. Ain't like I'm shooting up out of my league or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I could still get shot down. I'll get shot down by her and her friends. You know what I'm saying? I get shot down by anybody. But I don't feel like chicks is thinking, oh, he gonna judge me, because you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that is the main thing. I feel like rejection to anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge shot to your ego. And men, we've been getting rejected since grade school. You know what I'm saying? Do you love me? Yes or no? Put in the box, whatever. And so we're used to that landscape. Women, on the other hand, have you ever seen a woman when they get rejected, dude? Oh my God. Yo, you know what I'm saying? That is not a place that they're used to. So a chick shooting a shot, my man, is like, yo, they not trying to get rejected. I seen a look on the chick's face when you're like, yeah, you know what? Sorry, I'm about to go home. They look at you like, how dare you reject me? Like you got some nerve.
And I get it. Women aren't as good with the rejection thing as men, but you have no idea.
They're bad.
But you have no idea how many times that woman may have been rejected before you just did. You have no idea, because women don't talk about that shit, because it's an ego thing, just like with us.
It's definitely ego thing.
You're not gonna say, yeah, man, I went to this chick's house and I two-stroked her and then I was done. I mean, you ain't gonna tell nobody to, two-pump chump, because that's ego, right? That's your ego. You wouldn't say that. Yeah, I two-pump chumped the girl, couldn't hold it, done. You're not gonna say that to your boys and everybody else, because people are gonna be like, you a weak ass mother. So they're not gonna say that. And the same thing with women, because we have a tendency to forget that, women are people just like you and I, and they feel and express themselves maybe differently, but they have the same feelings that we do. They may express that feeling different, but they're the same. But back on to you were saying that the rejection part, and how women don't put up with it very well, and men have been getting rejected forever. Once again, and I'll say this because it's just fact. It's our society that it says, buck up, son. So she rejected you. Plenty of fish in the sea, just because a bunch of them around. With women, we have pushed into their head like, hey, you got to hurry up and get a man that can take care of you and kids and house and blah, blah. This is shoved into their brain so much that they're like, what the fuck? I got to do this. But now the tides now are kind of turning, because women are in this sexual revolution of where they're like, fuck that. Men have all the fucking fun. We got to sit around waiting in the fucking corner for someone to come and get us so that we can do whatever. Men don't have to do that. But women now are saying, fuck that. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. So I can easily say that I mean, I agree that some of the things, are pretty messed up, that we go through, that women go through. And yes, there is a judgment thing. I used to be the kind of guy that judged them too. But then as I got older, I started realizing that, that's kind of fucked up. And I can't see myself judging someone for their sexuality or what they say in a rap song, how I perceive them because of that. Because the only thing I do is I perceive them as an artist saying whatever it is that they're saying. I don't take any on it. I don't take it as being gospel or being fact or what they're saying, or that I should live my life by that. It's kind of like what I say about religions. Religions should be, I don't believe that, so I don't do it. It should not be like it is, I don't believe that, so you can't do it. And that's one of the things that we're having as far as this discussion, as far as we need men in general. We need to find other shit to do than sit and go, hey, these bitches is hoes and fucking everybody. Instead of doing that, we should probably find a little bit more time in our day to find something else to do, or to be a little more supportive of those female artists, because I mean they work harder than male artists. I mean, and they have to, and we should give them props. I get what you're saying, that it made the perception of what is they're saying and doing or doing may be looked at in a certain way. But I think we should probably not be concerned about what they're saying sexually in whatever it is they're doing. I mean, they're not saying, yeah, go out there and murder babies and chop little kids up in pieces. They're not saying that, so I'm not concerned.
No, and that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. And that's why I keep saying I don't want what I'm saying to be confused. But you're still gonna have, like I said, you still gonna have male rappers that are viewed and judged by their persona. You know what I'm saying, that they put out. So what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, I don't know how you gonna be shocked that a male is gonna get judged by his persona, what he's putting out. You know what I'm saying, and then turn around and go, how dare they judge me too? You know what I'm saying? How that is, I don't understand how. You know what I'm saying? You have male rap, and the thing is, on the male and female side, I love, conscious rap, rapping about shit that's happening now, but I don't know how much you could say, look, I am happy for all the positive praise I get, but I can't believe I get this negative, this negative, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not realistic. I feel that's very unrealistic. I get that. To expect that, to look at a male rapper and I'm sorry, male rappers get blowback, maybe not a whole lot on violent shit too. You know what I'm saying?
And that's good. It's okay. Criticism is awesome. Criticism's great. When you say, hey, you made this song and you talked about fuck the police. What type of impact do you think that has on your community and how people think of cops, and how do you think that may impact police and law enforcement, blah, blah, blah. Criticism, hey, you're asking those good questions, so the criticism. The judgment is a little different because we're putting ourselves on this moral high ground, whether we know it or not, and now we're looking down on someone and saying, well, you're not on this moral high ground, but I am. So how do you complain about somebody else's issue when you're doing something similar and you're just kind of pointing the finger at them saying, oh, well, they do that too. I don't ever agree with someone saying, but what about, they're doing the same thing. The whataboutisms. When it comes to things like this, the petty stuff like this, I think that they, me personally, feel that any hip hop artist, no matter what people say, people are always going to have something to say, negative and or positive. But I think they should continue to do what it is they do, as long as they are not hurting anyone else. because down to the kids thing, like we were talking about earlier, the kids thing coming up, we should be parents, because as a parent, my daughter, I listen to all kinds of music. I never hid anything from her.
Right, but
she would ask me questions, and I would be straightforward. Boom, this is why, and this is what this means. This is what it is, and then allow the kids to make decisions on their own by educating them on something. I wouldn't let my daughter listen to certain music or songs because I was like, it's a little much. But I always said, when you get older, do what you want to do, but I'm going to tell you why this is this way now, so that there's no confusion when you do start listening to these things or do start doing these things. I want you to be prepared. So with kids, hey, I always tell people, hey, you're responsible for those kids because you made them, and give them the knowledge that they need to be able to understand things better. The female male artist thing. Hey man, I think they should do whatever it is that makes them happy, that makes them money or makes them feel successful, whatever their dreams are, and just to stop. We shouldn't say when a female artist or male says, "Hey, I don't appreciate these people judging me because this person does the same thing." I would say to them, "Don't worry about that shit. That's not important. Just do your thing. If you're not hurting anyone, go for it."
So the final thing I'm gonna say on that is, here's the thing: if they feel like they want to, as a female, if you feel like you want to rap about that and not get judged, that's okay. The thing about it is, look at the amount of female artists that are doing this and making money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you only have a few this, you know what I'm saying, few at the top that you know what I'm saying, that can do it. Now you put that together with the criticism they receive, it's almost not even worth it, because not everybody gonna be Lil Kim, not everybody gonna be Nicki Minaj. So it sucks, but as a career choice, unless you're willing to up the ante and go, I WAP triple XL, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're willing to go that far, like, nah, my WAP better than her. Unless you're willing to go that far, you're not gonna make no money. You're gonna make a bunch of records, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna garner the type of, your career. You're not gonna have that career unless you go that far. So it is almost almost counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You got to strive for that career. You got to go, you know what I'm saying? Go for, excellence or whatever. But I feel like there's only going to be a few of them female rappers that are going to garner that attention anyway. So I don't know what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like, I feel like a lot of things are viewed based on, well, men are doing it, so I should be able to. And like I said earlier, I don't think everything people want everything to be equal. But as creatures, we are not. You know what I'm saying? The landscape is not equal. There's different things there's different ways that we go about things, and there's different ways that
men who are in charge made the landscape uneven. Men did that. Men did that because we
wouldn't have been able to do it unless it was supported by women too. You know what I'm saying? No. It's not like we just totally conquered.
Well, yeah,
we had women that were like, yeah, nah, I'm a cook for you. We had women along the way that was like, yeah, nah, it's totally fine. You go out and fight war. I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's not like we said,
you understand why. But you understand why they did it, right?
Listen, I understand why, but I feel like people are saying, yeah, men say we're gonna fight the wars. You think a pregnant woman jumped up and said, nah, I want to go too? No, she was like, no. Go. Nope. She said, nah, go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead. I'm gonna handle this baby right here.
There's this African it was actually two of them. There's two different African queens, but there was one African queen, and she was their greatest warrior. She was front and center, front line every time, killed motherfuckers like you wouldn't believe. In every battle, even with a pregnant belly, she was out there fighting.
Okay.
Went undefeated, killing motherfuckers left and right. And she was one of the greatest African queens ever. And all the women were warriors. Every single one of them.
I am not saying that this has never existed. I'm saying there's a reason why it didn't become the thing. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't become the thing because number one, religion. Once that came and started taking over everything, they started showing, oh, women need to do this. No, they don't. It's just they need to just be people. And men started putting these constraints on women's movements and what they could and couldn't do, couldn't wear. Women didn't wear dresses back in the day. Men did. Women didn't wear high heels. Men invented high heels and used to wear high heels. Women were disallowed from wearing high heels until the change to where women started wearing high heels.
I see. I can see why that didn't stick. High heels on men.
Well, no, it's the thing. Prince wore high heels all his life. But that motherfucker rocked them heels, all right,
bro. Because I'm not saying he didn't. But I'm just saying there's not a whole lot of princes.
Societal norms, and those societal norms are things that men forced upon women and the society. If it weren't for men fucking shit up all the time, starting wars and burning shit and raping every fucking thing, stealing shit, we wouldn't have all the shit that's going on now. It's because of men doing the shit that they were doing. It's not because women were fucking warriors. If the motherfucking back in the day run across the fucking Sahara, if the men was getting attacked by a lion, the women went and helped attack the lion because they needed the men and the numbers to be able to hunt better. So nobody just sat around and said, "Yeah, you guys go out and handle that." No, they made everyone work as together as a conglomerate to make sure cooperation to make sure everything worked. But on to the next subject because I think we've beat that horse half to.
I was gonna say we
I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Sha-carri Richards today.
Yes.
So she was an Olympic sprinter and is an Olympic sprinter, and she was basically banned for 30 days from the Olympics because she had smoked marijuana because her mother had passed away. So they said, nope, you can't run for 30 days, whatever. Good on you. We don't smoke weed because it doesn't enhance your performance, but we just don't like it. Typical old white man fucking syndrome. So just recently, like a couple days ago, back in December as well, this young lady who was from Russia popped positive for a drug that helps your endurance and blood flow and gives you performance advantage. Well, she got popped for that.
Right.
The IOC said, we don't see anything, and they just allowed her to compete anyway because the Russians thought, hey, she can win a gold medal, so they just allowed her to be able to compete anyway. Now Sha-carri Richards is like, hold the fuck on. I smoked weed and you banned me for 30 days. This lady took a banned substance, performance-enhancing substance, and she was supposed to be kicked out of the Olympics and not allowed to compete at all and completely banned. But you didn't do any of that. You just allowed her to compete. So with that being said, the hypocrisy in sports, especially the Olympics and stuff right now that's going on now, is pretty high. Do you think that also correlates to how people of color, specifically even women of color, are treated when it comes to things like law enforcement, the courts, justice system, work, their health care, just how they're perceived in society? Do you think that it's hypocrisy or racism when it comes to what they did to Sha-carri Richards? Are they hypocrites or are they just racist?
All right. So first, this is what I'm going to say. I don't feel they did anything to Sha-carri Richards, and here's why. All right. I feel like is she Russian? The woman that
yes, the white lady's from Russia. Yeah, she's Russian.
Okay, so I feel like what she did was reprehensible, and she should have been whatever the punishment is supposed to be for that should have happened. That does not affect Sha-carri Richards in doing what she did. You know what I'm saying? We can't retroactively go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna retroactively go And I feel like that's a lot of the argument that's made. Well, she shouldn't have been because she like, yeah, I am with the Russian woman getting whatever punishment that's whatever they got in their books. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't punish her at all.
Well, she should have got punished. You know what I'm saying? Let me be clear about that. She obviously should have been punished. That does not change what Sha-carri Richardson do. Don't get me wrong. The law they got about the marijuana, yes, obviously outdated. No, it has no grounds whatever in science. But the thing about it is, and what I said when it happened, it still is the rule though, and she knew that it was the rule when she did what she did. So I can't ride with her. I feel bad. I do feel bad for her, but I can't ride with her. Like, yo, oh my God, they did something to me. Nah, yo, you smoked and you knew what it was about. You know what I'm saying?
So my question
shitty as the rule is.
Do you think it's just the Olympic Committee? Do you think that they were just being hypocrites, or do you think there's a race element to what they did with Sha-carri Richards and what they did with the lady from Russia? Do you think there's hypocrisy or racism, or are they just meh?
I feel like there's definite racism in there. And I guess if you're saying that if it's racism for them, you know, if it's racism in that somehow, it'd be a weird way to look at it, because what we're actually saying, if it is racism, we're saying is it's racism because they didn't let Sha-carri Richardson get away with something that they let the white woman get away with. That's how it's sounding to me if we're saying it's racism. And I mean, they were nicer to the white woman. So yeah, there is, you know what I'm saying, there's racism because you know what I'm saying, you could say they both broke the law, but they let this one get away with it. So yeah, they won't, you know what I'm saying, they weren't treated the same. So yeah.
So racism versus hypocrisy.
I feel like there's hypocrisy too. Now, what percentage of each of them? You know what I'm saying? They could be intertwined. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I feel like something. You know, obviously something is not right. You know, I feel like the whole marijuana thing is just so stupid because, dude, if the science doesn't support their standing, and it's just weird that they can't that they can't just stand up and go, yeah, you know what, this does not enhance anything. Let's drop it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how they can't just say that. I feel like you're right. It's probably a bunch of old white men that are like, nah, we're gonna hold on to this one. We're not letting go, damn it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you my take on what I feel or what I think is going on with the whole thing. I firmly believe that is most definitely based in racism. For the simple fact is, you know, you have a black person who is good at what they do, and nothing makes racist white people happier than taking the shine from a person of color, especially if it's a black woman. Now, did what Sha-carri Richards do was smoking marijuana before she competed in the Olympics? Was that the wrong idea, wrong thing to do? Yeah. I agree. Absolutely not. Should she have been punished according to the rules? Yes, they made those rules. Are they fucking stupid? Yes, they're fucking stupid. But she should have still followed those rules because she knew what could happen, and she did it. And I understand she was stressing because her mom died. I get it. Sympathize with her. But still, the rules are the rules. They have to follow the rules. Now, when it comes to the young lady who they just let slide with this, same thing. You know, you apply the rules equally across the board. And for them not to do that, in my personal opinion, is reeks of racism and discrimination, because you cannot tell someone that we suspend judgment on this person because they still haven't given reason as to why they let the lady go. But we're going to make sure that the judgment, the rules apply to you no matter what. And I see this as being extremely racist because they could have, they can't take back what they did to Sha-carri. And I don't think that they should. Because she can't go back and compete in the Summer Olympics because they're gone and over. But they should have done the right thing when it came to the young lady from Russia, and they should have banned her immediately.
Totally
and
agree.
kicked her out of competition. And then, and if at the least, they should have sent apologized to Sha-carri Richards for the racism that they put her through by doing what they did to her versus this young lady. I don't want to say tit for tat or anything like that, but they should apply the rule equally to everyone. And if anything, Sha-carri Richards is owed an apology from these people. And at a minimum, they should kick that Russian lady out of competition because they're making. There probably is going to be some type of litigation because of this. Because and Sha-carri Richards has a damn good case to say she's doing performance enhancing drugs. I just smoke some weed. I don't understand how that's equal as far as I get banned for 30 days, but she doesn't. So they're going to have to figure. I hope she sues them for that racism part. I do not. I mean, even though I don't give a fuck about anybody smoking marijuana, or, I mean, who cares? It doesn't harm anybody. But she still broke the rules, and she paid the price for it, and this lady should too.
I don't know why she ain't just have a bottle of wine or something. Shit.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's just kind of messed up the way it went. It shouldn't have went down that way, and they should have done. They should have done more. I don't think they should have banned Sha-carri Richards for 30 days. They should have amended the rules about marijuana decades ago. But a bunch of old white dudes making the rules. You can't.
My thing is it's on the books. So what I'm saying? I cannot. The only person I can blame for that is her because she knows. You know what? As a matter of fact, I can't. I was about to say. She put that weed in her mouth, but I can't remember if she had edibles or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, though, I can't, in good conscience, say that she's somehow right on this. She knew the rule. You know what I'm saying? No matter how stupid the rule is, she knew it. If it was edibles, whenever she grabbed them gummies and went, these shits ain't nothing. Give me two more. She knew the rule. She knew the rule when she did that. So it's like I can't. That's why I can't be like, oh my god, look what they did to her. Like, she did that to herself.
I don't feel bad for her for the suspension. Because she did it. You did it.
Right.
She admitted to it. Yes, she did. I feel bad for her for the discrimination. The discrimination as far as what's going on now, I feel bad about that with her. So, last freaking topic I think we have is I was wanted to talk to you about. You had said something about being spiritual, something to that effect before, and I was. And I've never known what the hell spiritual is or what it means. So,
are you sure Are you sure I said spiritual? Because I don't. Really...
No. I think you had said something to the effect of you think that there is something out there beyond our understanding that we may not quite understand.
Right. Yeah, and I'm unwilling to say person, thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I obviously do not know.
Yeah. So you do feel that there's something out there that is you. Well, hold on. Let me pose a question. Do you think there is something out there where the person, place, thing, whatever, that is in charge of or in control of us or the universe?
In control of us? No. I don't think there's something in control of us. I feel like
levers.
I feel like there had to be something that. Knowing when you look, especially you like me, you in the medical business. So when I look at a human being, you know what I'm saying, our bodies, the way it's set up, it's hard for me to say that we somehow happened by accident, or you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
At the end of it all, there has to be something. Even if you want to say someone, whatever it is, there was something that was conscious of what was happening when we were made. That's the only way I can put it. because when you like I said, when you look at humans, when you look at animals, just the way we're made, it's hard for me to say, nah, that was just a thing that happened, and it's hard for me for me to accept that. Now I could totally be wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? I there's nothing that's written down that says this is this is what happened. This is just, I don't know, more or less it's how it's just what I feel based on, I don't know. Like I said, for me, if you just look at the human body, nature, the way things work, like it's hard for me to say this is just a one-off thing, like an explosion. You know what I'm saying? Necessarily, and I admit, could very well be. It's just hard for me to accept that wholeheartedly. Then let's put it like that.
So, why is it difficult for you to agree with or accept that we could possibly just be because of accident? An accident.
Oh, it's not. I see. I won't say it's difficult for me to accept. If you know what I'm saying, I'm totally okay with that being a possibility as well. But like I said, I split off, and if you listen to what I'm saying, which I know you have, I don't. I'm not leaning to, well, it's a person, a man in the sky. I'm definitely not leaning to any of that. But like I said, the world is so, nature is so complex.
Okay.
When you look at, like, dude, like, when I got a patient, and and you can look at them and you can see the shit that's happening, and you can see how you can change something. You know what I'm saying? How you affect them with medication and stuff like that. It's just hard for me to go, yeah, this was just, we are a result of like a poof, one thing like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't readily accept that. Now, again, like I said, is that possible? Yeah, that's, what I'm saying? That's also possible. Now what I do reject is the man in the sky theory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I refuse to go by that, just based on, living. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There is zero evidence for that one.
So, there's no evidence whatsoever for a gods, deities, or anything like that. There's no evidence of, as far as we know. Right. Do you feel that that we came here by abiogenesis? Basically, we don't quite know what the very beginning of our life was and how our lives got here. I mean, there's a few ideas, hypotheses that people have said how life got here. But you are accepting if someone says, yes, because of this thing that happened, that was the very beginning of how human beings came about. I mean, that's something you accept by someone saying,
I'm open to that, yes.
Yeah. So you have no issues with abiogenesis, evolution. You know what I'm saying? Type 1A supernovas, bringing about life on the planet.
I don't have any issue with that, and it's like I said, it's hard to I mean, like, it would be so. There's so many possibilities. It'd be hard to accept that we're the only beings in the whole universe, a vast universe.
Probably not. I can say that we're not, and I'll say that we're not. And the reason why I say that we are not the only beings in this entire universe, we're not even the only beings in our galaxy, right? Is because and this is just me. I mean, it is suggested that we may have come from Mars because of Mars used to be like Earth billions of years ago, and then because it didn't have a strong enough magnetic field to be able to hang on to its atmosphere the way the planet Earth has, because of size and because of the iron core that we have, basically making a dynamo and causing a magnetic field. We didn't lose our magnetic field in our atmosphere, and we were crashed into another planetoid, which made our moon, all this stuff. So all these things happen, but it's suggested that we may have, most likely, it's a high probability that we came from Mars. Was it panspermia, more or less, between planets? I'm pretty sure it's just me. Pretty sure that there's life out there other than us. I won't say there has to be, but I'm going to say that it's a pretty good chance that there is, because this is an extremely vast universe, and we only are able to see about, at most, I think we're up to like 93 billion light years, where we can see our local that's our local representation of the universe. So that we are the only beings, either like us or completely different, out here is just there's not something I can get on board with. I can get on board that we're not alone. I can get on board with 100% that life is just life. The universe is the reason why we're here. The universe really doesn't owe us any explanations or shit. And the universe don't give a fuck about us. We're nothing compared to the universe, and that's how we got here. Supernovas, panspermia between planets and stuff like that, and solar systems and other galaxies. That's how we got here. And before that, Big Bang, of course. So I don't think that anything is responsible as far as a sentient thing or whatever it may be that got us here. I think that we are just a giant fucking accident. 99.8% of the species that were on this planet are all gone, extinct, dead. We're just like one little small bit of time in the 4.5 billion years this planet's been here. That's just people, and we'll be gone and dead in maybe another 100 years or so, and there'll be something else taking over from where we were. So and then that, whatever that is, until this planet gets burned up by our sun, we'll be like, man, there used to be these things called humans here on this planet, and boy, they just fucked everything up and they're all dead. And one of them will be saying some of the same shit we're saying right now. Man, I wonder if we're the only motherfuckers in the universe. How did we get here? Well, we used to be these guys, these humans, and now it's like these guys. So it's gonna so once again, the universe owes us nothing, and the reason why we are here, who fucking knows? But we got here by accident. It's a big fucking chain of events, accidents that happened, and here we are. And then when we die off, the same thing will happen somewhere else. This solar system, or the area that we're in this arm of the galaxy, is nothing fucking new. I mean, we've had at least a minimum of two to three supernovas that have happened that created our sun, planets, and stuff. So this isn't the first time this shit's happened. So there's no telling what was here before we showed up, So can you imagine the people or animals or things or whatever that were here or that were in the solar system before ours popped up, right? What were they going? Man, it sucks that these damn, fucking stars are about to crash into each other and blow shit up and go into supernova, and we're all gonna die. But hey, there's somebody else maybe do better, and then motherfuckers after them, same shit happen. So I think that, I mean, I agree with you that there's no invisible guy in the sky or person in the sky that made us or brought us here. I think that, but I disagree with that. There's a reason we're here, or the reason that we got here.
No, I never said there was a. I never said there was a reason.
No, and I don't feel that we're special in any way. What we're here. What haven't happened, and that's why we're here. I don't think there's any purpose whatsoever. There's no purpose. Literally, is this being a nihilist? Literally, there's no fucking reason for us to be here. We have no fucking purpose whatsoever. We're just fucking bacteria, just like any other. I mean, does anybody care why a bacteria is on the tip of your finger? Fuck no. You don't care. It don't care. Nobody cares. Do you care about any of those skin cells that have died? The billions of skin cells that have died in the past week that you had? Fuck no. And the universe feels the same way about us. It doesn't give a shit. We are like those fucking red blood cells or whatever that are dying off. The universe don't give a shit. But with that being said, Brian, once again, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us as well. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, please, if you want to hear any other topics from us. We'll get more into the weeds on religion and politics as time goes on. Please hit that bell down below so that you'll be notified when I post new content. And by all means, ladies and gentlemen, be safe out there and don't forget to be the best heathens that you can be, and have a great evening.